All right, we are live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and so many more. Thank you so much for joining us here today. This is David from Team Powerhouse, Coldwell Banker. Very excited to have you in the show here today. Our very exciting and very special guest, Miss Katlyn Godin. She is our newest agent on Team Powerhouse, and so excited to have her. Today, unfortunately, Eric could not be here. Eric is at a football banquet for his son, and this would be our Christmas special event because Christmas is actually happening this weekend. So Merry Christmas in advance to you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you so much. We love Christmas and Christmas time. No matter what you celebrate, I don't care what it is Christmas time. And you say Merry Christmas to everybody. And everybody should be excited to hear those information. Merry Christmas is what it is. So Team Powerhouse is here with Katlyn. Thank you so much for joining us again. If you're not already watching us on YouTube, go to our YouTube station. Please subscribe. Go to Team Powerhouse Real Estate. Spotify. You can download us on Spotify, a fantastic place to get us on the go. Listen to all our shows. You have TikTok at Team Powerhouse Sales. Please go on TikTok. It's a great place to have some fun. You can go down a rabbit hole very quickly over there. But more importantly, you can watch a lot of our TikTok videos. Real estate properties come in the market, get sneak peeks, and it's a lot of fun to be there over there also. Excuse my voice today, a little hoarse. Getting over a cold, and I'm not contagious anymore. I'm good to go. Anyway, so Katlyn, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
So Katlyn, where are you from?
I'm from Wolcott.
Yeah.
Born and raised. Lived there my whole entire life.
Very nice town.
It is very small.
How many people in the school live in Wolcott? Was it a large school, small school, medium-sized school?
It's I would say it's small school.
Small school?
You know everyone. You go to the grocery store, you always run into somebody, you know.
Local grocery store, cute little area to be in, and a great real estate market as well. Mm-hmm. And in joining this team, you know, there are so many things to talk about real estate, right? Like, for example, you know, you went to real estate school, you graduated, and then you decided to go into real estate and find a place to work. What companies, like, how did you decide to go to Coldwell Banker? How did you do this? Did you interview with more companies? So what did you do?
Yeah, it was a long process. I definitely sat with a lot of other brokers, and some brokers I didn't connect with, I should say.
Tell me what do you mean by connect with? Give me a little more detail on that. Was it like their personality? Was it the questions they were asking?
It was more of the personalities of some people would be like, oh, I'm going to have you do this. And I didn't want to be told what to do. Another part of doing real estate is making your own schedule and feeling comfortable with somebody. And then I spoke to Gary, and I've seen him do real estate, and he said he was with Coldwell. Let's
talk about Gary for a minute. Gary Monroe is one of our top agents on our team, a superstar. He came to us. He was introduced to me by a mutual friend that I did a lot of business with, that I was in the newspaper industry. This guy said, listen, I got a guy who's working with another company. Do you know what company he was working with before?
I think William Ravis, but that's funny because I didn't even know he was a real estate agent when he was working with them.
Interesting. So he's working with another company, and we get Gary introduced. We sit down with this guy, and full of life, and he just needed some guidance and to educate and to go over things. And he was like with fire in his tush. And all he wanted to do was explode and get out there and go do it. And the guy is just killing it. Mm-hmm. So tell me, you talked to Gary.
So he was actually we were like best friends in high school.
Very cool.
So I've been seeing him I did see him on Facebook, Instagram, all social media of him doing very well in real estate.
Now, did you see Gary on social media before?
Before joining the team, no.
So what you're saying to me is Gary was very little on Instagram, social media as a whole. And one of the most important things in this business is to be here for you and for you to see what we're doing and to know as much about real estate and what's going on around you as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, if I didn't see him posting through Team Powerhouse, I would have never reached out to him. But for all the advertising that you do for the team, it's unbelievable.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, when joining a team, it's very important to me to have you as much exposure as possible, right? So when you're going to look at a place to work, wherever you're going to decide to work, you want to know about your exposure. Where are you going to be shown? Who's going to be presenting you? Who's help you get out there and be exposed, mm-hmm. right? So a lot of people like to go on Facebook and Instagram, which is a great place to expose yourself. But how much advertising are you getting from that, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, like you're on Instagram, right? You're on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And before real estate, were you very active there?
I mean, I look every day.
Okay.
I post stuff, but not as active as
You are now.
yeah.
So one of the things about real estate is we try to get people to become more exposed to you, the people out there looking to buy property, sell property, and build a relationship with us first. Because if you're going to be looking to work with somebody, how do you know who to work with? Usually somebody says, oh, go and talk to this person, go and talk to that person, right?
Mhm.
And then you may meet them for the first time and you don't feel it.
Yeah.
But if you can see them out there doing things, you say to yourself, you know what, that person there, they're doing it. And that person has education, knowledge, and I think I feel comfortable with them, right? So since joining the team, you've definitely been much more out there. Would you say that?
Yeah, definitely. And I felt more comfortable coming to Coldwell because even with interviewing other brokers, Gary set up the interview with Jennifer, and she said things that other people didn't say to me that I should have.
What kind of things did she say to you?
Well, she said you should be asking your admin, how long have you been in the business? Because you don't know if you're going with someone that's been rotating out of the business so many times. Or
one more thing about Jennifer is that she also does not compete with us.
yes.
You know, and when you're going to join a company, one of the biggest things you want to know about is that person who's your manager competing with the same business that you are getting? That it's not going to be to your advantage if your manager's working. And with Coldwell Banker, the managers do not compete with us, which is a huge thing for us as realtors. We want them to help promote us, you know, educate us, and to give us as many chances to get knowledge and actual business, right, as possible. And in our team, right, what I do for our team over here is a lot more involved with doing one-on-one coaching, right, sitting down, role playing, going over conversations and phone calls and what it's like to get a phone call from a buyer or seller, what to say, what not to say.
And the best thing is having you, well, the whole office and you guys always answer your phone if I have a question.
That's very true. And I appreciate you saying that. Eric's a great guy on our team also, is very good about that as well, who couldn't be here tonight. Wow. All right. So being available to you all the time, right? We're up late. There's lots of kind of questions that come on the show, in life when it comes to what to do, how to handle things, right? What question has come up to you recently? I mean, just anything you can mention.
I recently had somebody looking for a property.
Yes.
That they want to rent.
Yes.
And I had no idea how to come about it, finding a place last minute. So I called you.
You did definitely call me. And if you're looking to find a place to rent, right, it's important to know some things. Well, do you have a job? You have to have a job to get a rental, as it is to buy. You also need to have credit. And believe it or not, the credit has to be better to rent than it is to buy. If you own a house and you're looking to rent your house out, right, you're going to be looking for the best to try to rent your place out. You're going to be very uncomfortable renting to somebody who's got low credit. When going to a credit for a rental, an average owner wants 650, 700 easily, right? And when it comes to buying a house, you can buy a house with 600 credit. The seller does not know what your credit score is.
Yeah.
Very interesting, right? Also, when it comes to the renting process, maybe you actually can buy because your income is decent, your credit's not so bad, and there's many programs out there for new people out there who are renting that might be interested in buying it, that they had a chance to, and have a chance to speak with you and getting them that information to speak with a nice mortgage broker who's going to help them and get them qualified. You know, it makes things exciting for them, right? When you pick the phone and say, hey, listen, what if you could actually own a house versus rent? That's going to get them excited. They're going to be like, I've been renting for 10 years.
And they probably never even thought.
10 years renting, how much money they're throwing away? But you have to start somewhere. So if renting is the right place, let it be. Build the relationship with us so we can help them out, right? And then once you can get ready to buy, we're going to be here for you.
Definitely.
All right. So let's talk more about Katlyn. All right. So Katlyn is in the business in the last, let's say, few months now. And what kind of background, what did you do before real estate?
I was a waitress.
Excellent.
And then I got into the car business.
Great people skills, by the way. So in order to be a real estate agent, you have to have people skills, talking to people, understanding people, what their wants and needs are. Even as a waitress, right? Have good memory, right? And you have to have personality. Otherwise, you never make it as a waitress. And you certainly won't make it as a realtor. And you've also been in the car business, worked for a great company, family business.
Yeah.
You were very well established there, and they love you. What's not to love? You have a great personality, and you're going to bring a lot to the table in this real estate business. We're very excited to have you here, by the way. So let's just talk more about that.
I'm excited.
And not only being excited about that, you know, when it coming to joining a brokerage, you know, and helping figure out where you want to be, right? So let's go back to that for 1 second. You know, you sat down with a number of different places. Do you know the different companies you sat with? And again, it's not that any of them are bad. Do you know the names off the top of your head? If not, I can.
One was EXP. Someone was actually recently with Coldwell. They went to EXP to be independent. And then Berkshire.
You sat down with Berkshire.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, what Coldwell Banker is going to bring to the table is a different kind of dynamic, I think. And not everybody is right for the same place, because there's a lot of great companies out there. And depending where in the country you're listening to this show, you may have different real estate companies that are in that small pocket where you are. Well, Coldwell Banker is a national company. So we are probably going to be in every town across the country. And it's probably the most well-known real estate company probably in the industry. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but the number one, and this is a fact, the number one source for people to go look at real estate on the web is at coldwellbanker.com. More than realtor.com, more than Zillow. You have more people, because it's a brand that everybody knows around the world, that when they go to look real estate, it pops up. It's pretty amazing.
It is amazing.
As far as our team goes, we have a website for our team, teampowerhousesells.com. If you haven't been there before, please go and check it out, teampowerhousesells.com. We do have to upload new photos. I think your photos aren't on there yet. And we got to get a bio from you also to put on there. All right, so more about Katlyn. And by the way, on the show today, we're going to have a special guest in a few minutes. His name is Daniel Lemel, and yes, he's my son. More importantly, he just came home from his first semester in college, so I'm going to bring him on the air in about 1 or 2 minutes. But I want to finish with Katlyn first, because hold on 1 second. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Tell me a little about, have you ever looked at buying a house before?
No.
Has anybody you know looked at buying a house before, friend or family?
Yes.
And when you spoke to them, what was something that may have said about their experience? I'm putting you on the spot. I know I am. Do you remember anything that they said to you at all?
So I know a lot of my friends and family members are very picky.
That's good. You should be picky, right? A buyer's buying a house for the first time. It's the most important financial decision, the most important financial decision in their life. All right, so ready for this? People come up to me and they say, listen, I apologize in advance. I'm really picky. Mm-hmm. And I look at them and they go, well, you're not buying a pair of shoes. You're buying a house. You need to be picky, and you should be picky. When it comes down to it, it's all about what can they afford, right? Mm-hmm. What do they make, and what kind of credit they have, and what kind of debt. And when we put those pieces of the puzzle together, we can actually help them find the house they want within reason, right? And, these are things that we're going to learn together as we get out there in the real estate industry. Everybody, listen, Katlyn is going to be an amazing superstar real estate agent on Team Powerhouse. I'm going to make a bet with you right now. 2022, she breaks the record. Number of houses sold on a team coming into the market. And that's something that I feel very special about you. You've got a great personality. And believe it or not, she's a lot more spoken, and she's got a lot of knowledge inside her. She's eager to learn, eager to be with you, eager to get together and get out there for you. I'm excited for you in this industry because I know what you're going to bring to the table. I've seen you. I've talked to you several times. I see how you are with the team, the dynamics. We just had our Christmas party. If you saw the recent video, it was a lot of fun. Really good. Came out really good, right? Yes. Little video we had over there. So I know that you're going to do a great job this year, and I'm very excited for you. All right, everybody, any questions? Oh, we got questions over here. Jonathan, what do we have for a question? Hold on a second. It's on my phone over here. A good question. What's your favorite part about being a real estate agent? Let's go with that question first.
My favorite part is I love helping people and finding your first home, or if it's a rental or something. I would love to be in that experience with you and help you do that. Love it.
All right. And another question was, any advice? Hold on. Advice to become a real estate agent. Any advice you'd suggest to a potential person looking at the real estate license? What would you say to them?
I would say I went through it. A lot of people said it's tough. It's impossible to get through. If you put your head to it and your heart to it, you'll get through it. And once you find the right team and the right people to work with, it's worth it.
Any suggestions on where they should work?
With us.
You'll have a lot of fun working with us. We definitely have a lot of fun out there, and we look forward to having you. If you have any questions or interest in joining a real estate team, getting your license, if you're out there already and you're not making money, if you're not selling property, there's something wrong with the picture because you're not getting enough business. Give us a call. Call me up, 203-671-7062. I will change your life in real estate. All right, coming back up to our next guest, bringing on the show with us, Daniel Lemel, a freshman in college. Danny, thank you for joining us here today, last minute on the spot.
No problem.
Let's talk about your first year in college. So you graduate high school. You decide to go to school where?
In South Florida, it's nothing better than that. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, it's a playground for 18 years old and plus.
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, no.
And a playground to go, I will agree with you. It's definitely a playground. Beautiful weather
Yes.
all year long, right?
Yes.
What's the temperature back home in Florida for yourself with it right now?
With the amount of threats probably I'm going to get after this, probably around, right now it's been getting a little colder at night.
Oh, yeah?
So probably around like 70, but like 85 during the day, which is perfect weather to go out to the beach.
That's very true, Danny. So when you're not in school, what do you do when you're not in school? In Florida, tell me about it.
So during the weekday, I don't go out as much, just for dinner, but I'm basically doing homework
I'd like to hear that.
and studying for tests and quizzes, writing papers, and meeting with professors when I need help, when I need it, and getting tutors if I don't understand a concept that the teacher is not available for.
That's excellent. Danny, where are you going to school by? Let's let me know.
Lane University
And where is that?
in Boca Raton, Florida.
Excellent. And what made you pick that school?
Well, it's better than South Florida when you have your family next to you.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We do have his grandparents, his aunt, his uncle, some cousins down there. Very cool to have that down there and being in college. Let's talk about your grades this past semester. Actually, I want to say to you that as a father, you couldn't be more proud because in high school, you struggled a little bit. You did work hard.
Yeah, so in high school, especially my freshman year, not in a great spot where I felt. So I decided to make a change to Catholic school at Xavier, and they did such an amazing job for me as a person, me academically, and I was able to excel. And not only that, with the challenge, and I was able to rise up to the challenge.
Rising up to the challenge, which helped prepare you for college.
Yes.
And your grades this past semester, what kind of grades did we have over there?
Lowest grade was a B-, highest grade is an A+.
And how many grades did we have so far this semester? How many different grades you had? You had 5 grades?
So, yes, I had one class, and crazy as it sounds,
Let's talk about the grades you got. First
month was a B-.
So let's talk about any school at Lynn University. They have 1 class per month.
1 to 2 classes per month. So my schedule is Monday through Thursday.
Oh, so Friday's off, by the way.
Yeah, Friday's off. Fridays off, I should say, as a study day. And you have your class times from 8 to 10:30, which are preferably my class, so I get them done and over with. And that my first month was 2 classes, but one of the classes didn't count towards your final grade. It was just whether you showed up or not.
Oh, great.
But which, of course, I showed up all the time.
I'm happy to hear that.
And
so
my first class was economics, which was a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
But I ended up doing pretty well with the B-.
Okay. What about next semester?
Next month was 1 class.
Yeah.
And that class was Intro to Sports Management, which
Right.
my major is sports management. A lot of fun, great professor. Finished with the B+. And then after that, my 3rd month, that is,
Yeah.
I had 2 classes, and I finished with an A- in one of them, and scientific literacy, which is a hard class for me, and Intro to Psychology, I finished with an A+ or either an A.
Very nice.
And then
Daniel.
my 4th month, I just finished with U.S. Foundations of Justice and finished with an A. So
That's pretty impressive.
during my time, I took academics very seriously. And not only that, you work hard, you play hard at the end of the day.
Work hard, play hard, right?
Yes.
It's a pretty good GPA to start off the year with, right?
Yeah, I finished in about the mid threes, which was a big progress, especially when I was in high school. I was never the A student in high school. I always strived to be, and I had a learning disability, and you just have to work with it. And that's how you have to be successful, is by working around with what you have in order to go forward.
That's right, my friend. I'm very proud of you for saying that. Danny has once you have a learning disability, you have it forever. And it's about learning how to get your information and process it correctly so you can be even better at the next thing you're doing. So for example, you have a learning disability. That means the way you process information is going to be a little different, which means you have to work harder. And guess what? You did it. And your family's very proud of you.
Thank you.
And the fact you've mentioned that to social media and the rest of the world, it's pretty impressive that you said that. I love that, man. That's awesome. We're very proud of you, Daniel. In the meantime, he's got a couple of great roommates.
Yes, CJ and Owen. CJ, I know you're watching.
That's
what's
awesome.
up, buddy? And Owen, you're going to get your butt kicked if you're not
Oh,
on here.
my goodness. He loves his roommates, come from great families. He's met a lot of great people.
And if Donna and Craig are watching, Donna, I miss your food. And Craig, have a great day.
Danny has met some great people down in Florida, roommates, their families. They treat him like family down there. Some great girlfriends of his down there. I got a chance to visit. And they're wild and crazy and fun. Good girls. There's probably about 10 different girls I met when I was down there, from Katie and JoJo, Jade.
Yeah. Have a great crew down there. We take care of them. They take care of us. Like on the weekends, we like to go to the club, 18 plus always. And we're out from 10 to 1, 10 to 2 at night.
Yeah.
And
I also know that you started with CJ and Owen a Instagram page.
Oh, yes.
Where they rate food. So maybe you want to check out Danny with his ratings of food and buddy CJ. Yeah.
My buddies and I were like, all right, let's create something fun and be the Dave Portnoy of college. Yet alone, Dave Portnoy does not go out at 11 o'clock at night. And
I don't Dave Portnoy has to go at 11 o'clock at
no,
night.
he doesn't. But
he's the man. He's the Presidente.
I know he's the Presidente.
But you're having some fun, doing some fun out
yes,
there.
but we're not. We're better than Dave, but we're not better than Dave. As much as I respect Dave.
So let's talk about what Instagram page are you using for that?
So our Instagram page, if Jonathan can write that down, is Some Dudes Reviewing.
Some Dudes Reviewing on Instagram is their Instagram page, and
our
Instagram
handle.
It's their Instagram handle where they have videos of themselves reviewing food. How funny is that? And it's on all hours of the night, all types of restaurants. They like to have some fun, and I think you'll enjoy watching them as well.
I love that because my boyfriend makes fun of me when I take pictures of food at restaurants. I'm always like, I want to look to see.
Absolutely.
Look back.
Tom, listen here, buddy. You should be rating food on social media with our friend Katlyn, and let's have some fun doing it, and let's see it on social. You know what? I bet your clients and your people would love to see you and Tom doing that. We should all do this as a group. Mm-hmm. I think the team do things when we go to restaurants, and Tom included, because you're a part of the team now, should definitely, go out there and rate food. Because, we all go to restaurants based on other people's reviews, right? Yeah. It's really what happens in the big picture. So if you're out there, check Danny out on his Instagram handle. He's also on Facebook. If any of you ladies are out there looking for a single young man, he is definitely single and ready to mingle. No, super great guy. Obviously, he's my son, so I'm very biased. But great guy, hard worker, smart kid. He will be very successful, I guarantee you, in life. So if you're out there looking, give him a ring. All right. That being said, we are coming to the end of the show. We had a lot of fun here today. We are going to do our famous giveaway. Every week we give a tumbler. Our friend Heather Knotts, she's phenomenal. She does these beautiful tumblers, and we send them out to our winners. So let's take a peek and see who is going to be on the show winning today. Yeah.
So we're going to pick the person who followed us the most recently.
Okay.
How's that? Lori Roach, R-O-U-C-H, real estate, Lori Roach.
Lori Roach is a real estate agent, and she's going to actually win a tumbler thanks to Jonathan picking your name. All right, Lori, we'll get in touch with you, get you a tumbler out there, and we appreciate the opportunity. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us here today. Sorry for all the headaches My speech went while we're talking. I don't know what happened. Danny comes on the show. Katlyn, again, everybody, very important to know. Katlyn Godin, amazing. Follow her on Facebook. Go to her Facebook page now. Hit friend. Follow her on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle, by the way?
I have two. It's Katlyn Pearl Godin or Katlyn_.
Well, which one do you want people to follow for real estate?
Do the Katlyn Pearl Godin one.
Katlyn Pearl.
No, Pearl.
Pearl.
Yes.
Sorry. Katlyn Pearl Godin. That's Pearl. Godin, Godin. That is your Instagram handle. Friend her on Instagram. Friend her on Facebook. Let's get talking to her. She's going to be an amazing agent, and she'll love taking care of you.
Yes.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us today.
One
Thank
more
you.
question
One more question.
for Danny.
Oh, I've got a
Your
question.
mom asks.
Oh, here we go. Last question.
Oh, this is a real question.
Your favorite part about being home? Go.
Uh-oh.
Being with my family.
We'll see you guys all next week. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas
Christmas.
and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.